Today we will dissect 12 of the most difficult questions you might be asked to help you prepare for a job interview. Question number 1. What critical feedback do you most often receive? The interviewer wants to know how sensitive you are and how well you accept criticism. They may also be looking for red flags or qualities that may not make you an ideal candidate. This isn't an easy question, so be careful how you answer it. You don't want to imply that you consistently receive criticism on the job, but neither do you want to imply that you're perfect. So just take a moment to realize everyone is criticized now and then. The best kind of answer will explain how you improved upon a weakness you once had. This will demonstrate that you are excellent at taking criticism, and you're willing to do what it takes to improve your skill set.
One thing I'm criticized the most for is being too much of a perfectionist. I tend to have very high standards for myself, and I always do my best.
Question number 2. Tell me about a time you overcame an obstacle. Now this question is designed to help the interviewer discover what type of problem solver you are. They want to know that they're hiring someone who has the ability to think on their feet and can demonstrate resilience in the face of a challenge. This is your chance to show that in tough times you turn to your inner strength and possess skills to find quick solutions.
In my last job, we were all set to begin a project when everything that could go wrong did. While some team members panicked and suggested delay was inevitable, I suggested we all collect ourselves and lay out alternatives for each challenge. We spent the morning taking action on alternatives and we were able to start on schedule. It turned into a very successful project.
Question number 3. How do you handle stress? The interviewer really wants to know whether you can handle job-related stress and what you do in particular stressful situations at work. This is especially important if you're interviewing for a job position where stress is an integral part of the job. That's because job stress can have a negative impact on workplace performance. The hiring manager may also be wondering whether stressful issues outside of work can impact your job performance. Employers look for candidates who can deal with a range of stressful situations, whether they're personal or work-related.
I tried to react to situations rather than stress. For example, when I'm dealing with an unsatisfied customer, instead of focusing on how stressed out I feel, I focus on the task at hand. I believe my ability to effectively communicate with my customers during these moments help reduce any stress that they may be feeling and helps reduce my stress too.
Question number 4. Why do you think you're the best person for the job? The interviewer wants to make sure you know what they are looking for in a job candidate and that you have the ability to do the job if you were to be hired. One of the goals of the interview is to determine whether you are a good fit for both the role and the organization. Now, on the flip side, you also need to decide if the job is a good match for what you're looking for in your next role. When answering this question, your objective is to sell yourself to the hiring manager and let them know that you're a unique and strong candidate for the position.
My skill set is a perfect match for this job, in particular, my experience in sales and management. For example, in my last job, I managed a sales team of 5 employees, and my team hit the top sales record of our branch. And I believe I can bring my previous experiences and accomplishments to this company.
Question number 5. What's your biggest weakness? Now, when you're asked about your weakness, the employer wants to know whether you are qualified to do the job. The hiring manager is also looking for indicators that show you've been able to learn new tasks and handle new challenges. So this question is an opportunity to show that you've got the right assets for the job. To answer this question, try turning a negative into a positive and mention how you've improved on this weakness.
I have a very strong attention to detail. Sometimes this can turn into a tendency of perfectionism. In the past, I found this leading me to triple check everything from a spreadsheet to emails. I'd communicate what I was trying to get across in a clear, concise way or fiddle with the layout of a presentation to ensure that it was perfect. I've since learned to successfully budget my time and gauge which tasks require and actually benefit from this level of precision.
Question number 6. Why are you leaving your current position? Now, this interview question isn't designed to trick you into making yourself look bad. By exploring reasons behind a job move, a hiring manager is attempting to learn about your career goals and if you're leaving your current job on good terms. Giving reasons for leaving a job helps interviewers determine what satisfaction and engagement at work looks like to you. It can also shed light on what your long-term career plan is and what you want to get out of a new role. It's best to remain positive and focus on what you learned and how you're moving forward.
I've been working at a smaller company as an office manager for 18 months. Throughout this time, I've learned a lot about my skills and what I enjoy the most. I've always been naturally organized and I'm definitely a people person. That's why I am now looking to utilize the skills I've learned, leaving my current job and taking on new challenges. I believe that this project manager role is a perfect next step in my career.
Question number 7. How many pennies, if stacked upon each other, would equal the height of the Empire State Building? Or other questions with no right or wrong answer. Let's be honest, these questions are silly. The interviewer questioning is designed to confuse you and make you question yourself. Now, there's no right or wrong answer to these questions, so it's best to just guess with logic and continue moving forward in a positive way.
I think it would take at least 1 billion pennies, if not more.
Question number 8. Why do you want to work here? Why is this interview question so important? Think of it from the employer's perspective. The business wants to hire someone who believes strongly in the company's mission and wants to make a positive impact on the organization and its clients and customers. Also, searching for a candidate who is a strong fit for the position and the company can be costly and time-consuming process. So hiring managers want to help their employers realize a good return on their investment. One of the keys to coming up with a compelling answer to why do you want to work here is to flip the question like this. Why would this company want to hire me? In other words, think more about what you have to offer and how you can make an impact than why getting the job will benefit you.
I heard of your reputation in the industry, and I would be proud to work with a company with such an excellent track record and a strong example of leadership in the industry. I have a friend that works in the accounting department, and he told me that the culture here is top-notch, and the management supports continuing education and learning on the job while rewarding hard work. Based on his assessment and encouragement, I think that I will fit perfectly with the team here and make an immediate impact.
Question number 9. Why should we hire you? The interviewer's job is to hire the best person for the position. Most of the candidates that make it to the interview stage are qualified for the job. The winning candidate must be more than qualified, especially in a very competitive job market. The interviewer is looking for any traits or qualities that would make you stand out as the best candidate for the job. Now, to answer this question, you want to think about how your life and work experiences have prepared you to be the best at the job.
I believe that my experience with technology, specifically in the web design space, makes me the best match for this position. In my previous job, I was responsible for maintaining and updating our company website. This required me keeping employee profiles updated and continuously posting information regarding upcoming events. I truly enjoyed what I was doing, which is what drew me to this position with your company. I would love to bring the coding and content skills I learned there to this position.
Question number 10. How much money should you make? Now, the interviewer wants to make sure your compensation expectations align with the amount they have calculated for the job. If they find most candidates are asking for a great deal more than anticipated, it might mean requesting a larger budget for the position. A good candidate knows how much their skill set is worth in the market and can share it with confidence. To determine appropriate market value, factor in your level, years of experience, and career achievements.
I'm seeking a position that pays between $35,000 and $40,000 annually.
Question number 11. Tell me about yourself. Now, the interviewer wants to know how your interests and personalities align with the position. Rather than launch into an exhaustive account of interests and accomplishments, interviewers can treat this question as an opportunity to give the elevator pitch, a concise professional rundown of who they are, what they have to offer, and what they hope to accomplish.
In my last position, our technology development team lost a colleague due to relocation. He was the lead developer for the iOS version of the app. Unfortunately, no one else on the team had worked with the iOS to develop apps. Since I had experience developing an iOS app, I volunteered to take on the lead role of development and deployment of the app. I worked with other teammates to create and troubleshoot the new app. I was able to finish the development 60 days ahead of schedule. It's currently available in the iTunes store and already has over 350 positive reviews and has offered an additional revenue stream for the company.
Question number 12. What is your greatest achievement? Now, the interviewer wants to know what makes you stand out from the rest of the candidates. They also want to get a better idea about the type of employee you are and what you define success as. Lastly, they want to see that you can still remain humble and not brag endlessly about yourself.
I have been in customer service industry for the past 5 years. My most recent experience has been handling incoming calls, and one reason I particularly enjoy this business and challenges that go along with it is the opportunity to connect with people. In my last job, I formed some significant customer relationships, resulting in a 30% increase in sales in a matter of months. My real strength is my attention to detail. I pride myself on my reputation for following through and meeting deadlines. And when I commit to doing something, I make sure it gets done and on time. And what I'm looking for now is a company that values customer relations, where I can join a strong team and have a positive attitude impact on customer retention and sales.
Now, there are many more questions you might encounter in a job interview, so it's best to do your own research, as well as study up on possible interview questions. Learn about the company you're applying for. Search the interviewer's name on Google, LinkedIn, social media. The more prepared you are, the better you will perform in an interview. Try practicing at home with a family member or a friend and have them ask you new questions you have not heard. The more you practice, the easier it will be to answer the questions in a real interview. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching and good luck with your interview. This video was brought to you by LA Community Alliance.